My first question to you, leader, was the fact that I just wanted you to clarify and confirm whether your organization Areta is now a registered political party.
Yes, it is a registered political party. We have gone through all the stages of registering with independent electoral commission up until a point where the IEC issued a letter stating that we have met all the requirements. What remained was a government gazette to be published. I have not checked if indeed they have gazetted our name, but we've met all the requirements, and therefore we can confirm that we are registered, and we shall be on the ballot box on the 2024 both provincial and national government elections.
All right. I'm asking you this question because this comes after the leader of a newly announced political party act, former ANC Secretary General Ace Magashule, said in a press media briefing to say that you had an agreement to work together. After that, we saw your president, Kalnias, posting on social media to say that that statement was incorrect. Areta started as an NPO, but later became a political party. Now, it has caused some confusion. Are you able to confirm on whether did you talk to Ace Magashule in terms of working together as two political parties?
I think the quotation you're making is incomplete, and therefore it loses its context. If you can go back to the media briefing that the former Secretary General of the ANC made, and the utterances that he made around Areta, you then, if you can go back to that and understand it in its context, you'll be able to contextualize what the president of Areta, Comrade Kamni House, was saying. Yeah.
Sure.
Because in my understanding, the question was around why is Comrade Ace Magashule not joining Areta, and I want to believe that he had voluntarily said he's not part of Areta, and the question then arose as to why, and then it was out of his response that Comrade President Kalni House said what he said, and it should be viewed in that light.
All right. In what he said, Mr. Shezi, just to also bring light to our listeners, he clarified to say that the statement that was made by Ace Magashule, it's incorrect. Maybe if we go back to the media briefing, just to paraphrase what he said, is that he had talks with Areta to work together, but you guys decided to do what you did. In that sense, I would assume that you went to register as a political party. Then you are no longer an NPO. So my question to you was that, are you still going to work together with the new announced political party, which is ACT?
Of course, our name envisage the formation or coming together of all progressive left political parties around especially the issue of land redress in South Africa, as well as the radical economic transformation. Upon inception, that's what we envisaged. So what is then incorrect that was said by Comrade Magashule, or
Sure.
what came out not as correct statement, was to say that Areta was not going to register as a political party, but was just going to be a non-profit organization and stop there. And that is what the president was clarifying, that it was never the case. And upon our media launch as an NPO, we said that the destiny of Areta will be determined by our members. Should our members dictate that we go all out to register for elections, we shall do so. And indeed, we started organizing ourselves. We consulted across the length and breadth of South Africa. We started launching structures, and our members spoke to us. And our members were clear that they want a political party, and that's what we did. And that was never a secret at no point in time. We even had some meetings with, Comrade Magashule and many other comrades post that, and whatever that we did around registration was never a secret. We had made announcement on social media, on media briefings. There was nothing that we had hidden at any point in time. But we also issued a message to say that we congratulate Comrade Ace Magashule. Is a formidable force. We have supported Comrade Ace through thick and thin, and we shall continue to support any leader who stands for radical economic transformation, who's being persecuted. We shall continue to oppose injustice whenever we see injustice being emanated, especially by this unpopular regime of Cyril Ramaphosa. And there is no way that we can say we will never work together. In fact, prior to the media briefing, Comrade Ace Magashule did give me a call, and we spoke, and he made me understand that they were going this route, and we would find a way of working together. And we still insist that at Areta our doors are open, and we shall forever seek unity of the left forces. Comrade Ace Magashule's party and all other black formations, but around the issue of land and radical economic transformation and closure of our borders and chasing away of illegal foreigners. That's the 10-point plan that we've put forward, and it shall form a basis upon which we shall work together with all South Africans, be it civil society, political party, churches, and everyone who loves this country. Thank you.
All right. With what you've just said, we can confirm that your relationship, a political relationship with Ace Magashule as Areta, it is still on the same political ideologies and convictions. But do you think that he deliberately lied in the media briefing, or maybe he forgot that you had meetings? Also, in those meetings, you announced that Areta will be registered as a political party.
I have no reason to think that Comrade Ace Magashule would lie. He is my elder. I have highest regard for him. He's a brother and a friend, and I don't think he would go out to lie. It could have been an error, but what I'm saying is factually, you can prove our path as an NPO which transcended into a political party, and the intentions to do so was never a hidden agenda. It was disclosed not for Comrade Ace Magashule, but for the rest of South Africa to know. We had constantly spoken to South Africans, and in fact, in some quarters of our comrades, we were criticized for the transparency with which we've carried ourselves throughout this process. And therefore, I would want to say that factually, this information that was shared by my comrade cannot stand the test of time, but I would not go to as far as to call him a liar. No, I don't think he would do that deliberately. No.
Okay, I think at this point, Mr. Shezi will say that he lied not deliberately, because with what you have just said, we've also confirmed from our side. There's a letter from IEC that confirms that you are registered as a political party. There's also a statement which was read on the 23rd of February this year when you are launching your party to say that you have begun as an NPO and later you'll become a political party. But he mentioned what he mentioned on the media with that information being available to him. But going forward, maybe as the last question of our interview, you have mentioned that you would work with political parties that are fighting for radical economic transformation, land. I would assume in my last question that you are looking forward as a political party in the coalition government to work with EFF, the Land Party SA, and ACT. Can you confirm that?
Of course, you see, the act, I have not yet, because you must understand one thing, that Comrade Ace Magashule is a comrade of mine and a friend, a fellow revolutionary. But act has just been launched today. I have not been conversant with the ideological posture of act. And therefore, beyond the comradeship and friendship, there must be an ideological point upon which we converge. And that ideological point shall inform our alliances and our partnership with relevant stakeholders. But the parties that you've referred to, such as EFF, Land Party, ATM, we have already started working together. You'd notice that upon the march of the EFF, as Areta, we were there to support the national shutdown, which became a resounding success and exposed the lies of the Cyril Ramaphosa regime around the issue of electricity. There was no load shedding for a few days after and during that march, which demonstrated that the only thing that keeps us in darkness is the will of Ramaphosa regime to steal from the purse of government and from the pockets of our people. And they have no shame in putting this country at jeopardy just to enrich themselves and their cronies. And therefore, we've worked with EFF. We shall continue to work with all the political formation, including ACT, if ideologically it confirms with radical economic transformation. If ideologically it believes that the land thieves must give back our land and the land must be shared amongst the people of this country, and the redress of the black population's land that was confiscated and taken at the barrel of a gun must be redressed. If that is their ideological posture, of course, they've got my support ahead.
African Radical Economic Transformation Alliance, Areta, Secretary General, Mr. Shezi. Thank you so much for your time and thank you so much for sharing and clarifying what has happened today.
It's been my pleasure. Thank you very much.